Hi all, in this video I am going to explain the topic earthquake manual design. We already know we have two types of analysis. One is static analysis, another one is dynamic analysis. This analysis is based on classification based on force. We already know. In this earthquake static analysis, equivalent static method is commonly used for this earthquake design. In earthquake manual design IS 1893 2002 part 1 we use it for buildings. Okay, now we take one problem and how to calculate the manual design under equivalent static method. Okay, the question is to calculate the base shear for 7-story RC institutional building located in Ahmedabad. Okay, this is a 7-story building, institutional building. Please remember that. And the building data is given as data also given, that is the number of bays in x direction is 6 number of bays and the y direction is the 4. X direction is the longitudinal direction and because of 6, y direction is the lateral direction or transverse direction. Bay width is 4 meters in both directions. Every bay width is 4 meters. Story height 3.5 meters and thickness of slab equal to 150 mm. Size of beam 230 by 450 mm. Size of column is 300 by 600 mm. Live load is given 4 kN per meter square. Wall thickness 230 mm thick wall or 9-inch wall. And also draw the lateral distribution of seismic forces. We draw the lateral distribution for floor wise and the base shear. Calculate the base shear mainly. What is base shear? We already know. Base shear is nothing but the total seismic weight of building. Base shear is nothing but the total floor wise lateral forces, summation of all the lateral forces of each floor. Okay. In the last video we already discussed the base shear. Now the building plan. The building plan already they have given, we are having in x direction longitudinal beam, y direction transverse or lateral beams. In each bay in x direction 6 bays are given. The one, this is the bay, column to column width is the bay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bays are given. In transverse direction 4 bays are given. 1, 2, 3, 4 bays are given. The column to column central line method is totally central line method. The calculation of the total length is 24 by 16. Okay, this is the plan. X is the longitudinal beam, y is the transverse or lateral beam. We calculate the base shear. Base shear is nothing but a summation of the all the lateral force in each floor. Okay. EV equal to AH into W as per code IS 1893 2002 part 1 7.5.3 page number 24. The formula is given. EB equal to AH into W. AH is the horizontal coefficient of horizontal acceleration and W is the seismic weight of building. Okay. The two parameters we find first, then we get VB value. Okay. We find first we find W. W is the seismic weight of building. Seismic weight of building parameters are slab, beams, columns, walls. These weights, total dead load and live load weight, we calculate. First, dead load plus live load. Okay, mainly. First, slab. Slab is the total slab area is 24 meters by 16 meters. 24 is the x direction, 16 meters is the y direction. The plan size. Okay, 150 mm is the slab thickness of slab. Dead load of slab equal to 24 by 16 into thickness of is the area. 0.15 is the thickness of slab into 10 unit weight of concrete. Unit weight of concrete is 25 kN per meter cube or RCC as per IS 456. We get 1440 kilonewtons. Okay. In the slab, we have this total 7-story building. You already know. This is the 7-story. This is the ground level. This is the ground level. First floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor, and seventh. This is the top most of the building is the roof. Remaining are the floors. Okay. Okay. Next is the roof. The topmost of the building we calculate the sulfate. Sulfate equal to 1440 kilonewtons. Already calculated. 24 by 16 into 0.15 thickness of slab into unit weight of concrete. 1440 plus floor finish. There is a floor. Some floor finish is also there. That floor finish is 307.2 kilonewtons. Calculate in right side 24 by 14 is the total site area, total building area into the floor finish factor is 0.8. Then we get 307.2 kilonewtons. That's the value. The terrace waterproofing factor also there in roof, because the leakage of water from tanks or rainy season heavy rains or continued rainfall or snowfalls or some damage on roofs. That's why the waterproofing material also we added is equal to 1.5 kN per meter square. The total area 24 by 16 1.5 that is 576 kilonewtons. This 576 and 307.2 kilonewtons and 1440. Add these three values, you get 23.2 kilonewtons. This is the roof sulfate value. Like that, floor per floor sulfate. Sulfate is the same as like 24 into 16 into 0.15 into 25. Sorry, 24 into 16 into 0.15 into 25 and 440 the same. Floor finish also the factor we already taken 0.8 for like floor finish is nothing but the tiles weight. That weight is the floor finish, that equal to 307.2 kilonewtons. Add to these values 1747.2 kilonewtons. This is the sulfate of slab. Sulfate, that is a unit weight of concrete, that is equal to kilonewton per meter cube. That is not density, that unit weight. That is equal to 25 kilonewtons. Already know and for RCC. Next, B into L into T. 24 into 16 into 0.15. Already know this value. Floor finish value also there. Okay. We have 6 floors and 1 roof. Okay. Already calculated these two values for roof and for each. Next, 2 beams. Beams is sulfate of beam. Sulfate of beam we calculated. We assume the beam as we are having the given value. We have given value is 230 by 450 mm. Sulfate 0.23 by 0.45 into unit weight of RCC 20 2.58 kilonewtons per meter. That is the usual load sulfate. Okay. We have two types of length of beams. That is, one is longitudinal beams and then another one is transverse beams. For longitudinal beams, what is longitudinal beams and what is transverse beams? These longitudinal direction beams are longitudinal beams. Okay, these are longitudinal beams. Another one is transverse beams. Transverse is the vertical lines are transverse beams. Okay, first. Next, longitudinal beams. The horizontal beams, that is center to center distance is the base center to distance 4 meters. This width of column is 0.6 only half we consider. That's the center. Okay, we want this value, this beam value. That means 4 minus 0.3 and 0.3. Then we get 3.4 meters. This is the beam, only the beam length value in horizontal direction, 3.4 meters. Self-set, we already calculated 2.58 kilonewton per meter. This is the value. That equal to 268.9 kilonewtons. Okay. Next, transfer beams. Transfer beams is in vertical direction. Thus, the column which is the 0.3 meters. That equal to center to center 4 minus 0.15 and 0.15. That is, we got 3.7 meters. This is the beam, only the beam length. We get 3.7. Self-height of beam 2.58, already we calculated. 2.58 into 3.7. In the longitudinal direction, 5 into 6. Total 30 beams are there in longitudinal direction. In vertical direction, 4 into 7, 28 beams in vertical direction. Four, 5, 6. 6 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into total 5 longitudinal. The beams are 6 in each plane. 5 into 6 in 30 beams. 30 beams are there in longitudinal direction. Like that, vertical direction also 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 sounds 28 beams in transverse direction. Okay. Next to walls.